For dinner, I'm going to have one of these T.G.I. Fridays steak and cheese nacho toppers. These are new. This particular one has steak with onions, red, green, and jalapeno peppers, refried beans, nacho cheese sauce, and shredded cheese. And you just add the chips. So the first thing you do is you open it. Oh, and the calories. These are $5.50 at Walmart, by the way, so it's not too bad. I mean, $5.50 if you were just eating it as a meal, maybe a little high, but if you were making them for a party of 2 or 3 people, it'd probably be fine. There's 4 servings in the container. There's about half a cup, and it's 130 calories. So actually, if you eat all of it, now that's just in the box, it's about 500 calories, something like that. So that's a little high, but not super, super bad. This is what it looks like. And you want to remove your cheese packet. It is frozen, so I guess you just got to break the piece apart. So you're going to puncture this film cover. I have a knife. And you put this in the microwave for 3.5 minutes. You remove the tray, stir everything up, recover it, and then cook for another 3 minutes. So I'm going to get that started, and then I'll get my chips out and stuff. So I'm going to get this in the microwave first. While that's in the microwave, I'm going to put it on a plate. It actually says put it on a platter, but I'm going to just use a plate. And I'm just going to take a handful of chips and just like spread them around. I mean, looks perfectly fine to me. And it says take your shredded cheese. Try to put them in a kind of a single layer if I can. And take your shredded cheese. And kind of sprinkle it on top. Yes, I made a mess. So now I'll just wait until the rest of the stuff heats up, and then I'll be ready to pour it on the chips. I took the stuff out of the microwave. It's sitting right here. I'm just letting it sit. It's supposed to sit for 2 minutes. The directions on this cheese is not real clear, so for those of you that love to say, well, you didn't read the directions very good, they're not very clear about it. What it says is put your chips on a serving platter, layer it how you like them, then open the shredded cheese pouch and sprinkle it all over the nachos. My thinking was you layer your stuff on there, sprinkle the cheese on, put it in the microwave, and then put your stuff on top. I think what it means is you put all your stuff on and then put the cheese on top of it. It doesn't matter, ultimately. You're still eating cheese on your nachos. So I'm actually going to stick this in the microwave just like it is because that topping's plenty hot enough. I'm just going to melt this cheese just a little bit for like 35, 40 seconds, and then I'll be back to put my stuff on. Okay, there it is with the cheese melted. Like I said, you know, I'm just dense. I read the directions wrong, but for me, it really doesn't matter. It's just me eating them. It probably would have been prettier with the cheese on top, but who cares? It's just cheese. So it's saying if you want to put it on the T.G.I. Friday way, you put the beans on, then the cheese sauce, and then the steak. And then you would put the cheese, the shredded cheese. So I'm going to do it the way they recommend. The beans are like, there's no beans in there. It's all like water. I don't know how you're supposed to get it. I guess just take your spoon and run it on there. I mean, literally, it's more like a bean sauce than beans. I like beans, so it doesn't really matter, but of course I'm going to be doing this for 20 minutes. Okay, now I'm going to get the cheese. I think this is definitely made for a bigger platter of chips. Would you agree?
Mm-hmm. You're going to need more chips.
No, I'm just not going to use all the stuff I've got in here. Okay, now the steak. They give you quite a bit of meat too. I don't know if you saw how much meat there. You get quite a bit of meat and peppers and stuff. I mean, that's quite a bit. Okay, now I'm gonna let that cool for just a minute, and then I'll be back to actually try a bite. Okay, I've got beans and cheese and steak and pepper all on this bite, so I'm gonna give it a try. That's good. The cheese sauce is spicy. I mean, you get a little spicy back in the back of your throat. The steak I really couldn't taste. It was just all spice just then. That's a really good combination of ingredients. They did a good job on giving you the right proportions of everything. I think this is really made for a bigger plate of chips. Maybe not a lot more, but a little bit more, to where you don't have as much of the liquid cheese and bean sauce on there, where you just got a little bit of it on all of them. But it's really good. If you're having a party, try this out. It would be really good on a party. For a party tray, you could put out a whole platter of them and let people, I don't know how they would scoop them out. That's the thing. I guess you just get a spoon and I don't know how you would do it. Because the cheese sauce is not a thick.
Well, the serving size is only 4.
Right, so you're talking about 4 people.
Yeah.
Or even if you're at a party, 2 or 3 people, maybe you don't know. I mean, 6 or 7 people, maybe you know, if you got a couple of chips apiece. I would get bigger chips next time because these are really kind of small. Especially the ones in the middle that are drowned now. I'm going to have to get a spoon and eat them over there. But the flavors are really good. I would get this. I wouldn't eat this as a meal necessarily all the time because it's just too much. But if you ate it as like at a party, or if you had a couple people over, or even a family dinner, you can have this and tacos or something like that. That would be really good too. So I would recommend these. They're for the money, it's pretty good. The flavors are good. I'd probably give this a 3 for an individual, 4 if you were having a party or a family group. Thanks for watching.